FastForward Magazine heute in der Herrentoilette vom Bang Bang Club mit den Jungs von der holländischen Band Voicst. Jeder in einer Toilette. Could you introduce yourself shortly for the camera?
I'm Tjeerd from Voicst.
Ich bin Joppe. Sven.
So, and this is your second concert here in Berlin in a rather short time. Yeah. The last time we saw you were with Florence and the Machine. And how does it feel to be back in Berlin after such a short? Or did you stay or did you come back?
No, we've been back and forth. Yeah, it's great. You know, I mean, we like it here. We're here quite a bit, so it feels a little bit like home already.
And where exactly does the name of the band Voiced? Where does it come from? How did you decide on it all three together, or where does the name come from?
Question. I'm going to pass it to the man over here.
Oh yeah, please.
Voiced means energy, manic energy, and it's South African slang. Okay. Richtig.
So how did you three meet? When did you meet? How did you come together? How did you form the band? Who wants to answer?
Yeah, I can do it. I can handle. We started out in high school for like a year, but it was really like we just had fun and we played music and had a really good time. And then we didn't see each other for a couple of years because we all did other things. And then in 2001, 2002, we got, we met up again and sort of said, hey, the time we played was actually really cool and we should start this again. And then so for me it feels that then we started 2001, 2002. And we just made a lot of songs. And
so you all come from Amsterdam? Or do you all live in Amsterdam now?
Yeah.
But the record, you produced it, or you recorded it in New York, as I read. Is that right? So how did you come to do that in New York?
It could have been anywhere, but we just made a list of people that we really liked to work with. And one of them was Peter Kates, who produced the Interpol record and the National. And he has a studio over there. And we really wanted to work with him. And it took about a year to sort of, because he's really busy and, it took a lot of tapping him on his shoulder and, hey, we really want you to listen to our demo. But he listened to it in the end, and so it worked.
What I find so amazing about you guys is that do-it-yourself attitude that you got. Because the record, you produced it yourself, as I read.
Yes.
So you like to take stuff in your own hands, can that be? Because when I met you after the concert, you were the one, you were handing out flyers for the concert here, and
yeah, I don't know. It doesn't feel special to us. That's the way we worked until now, and
nobody else is gonna do it.
So you just grew into it, doing stuff yourself,
well,
or?
Also, I think it's also when you do it all yourself, you sort of retain your control of everything. So the way you want to do it is the way it's going to be done, and you don't have to rely on other people who maybe want to do it a little bit differently or maybe completely differently or don't do it at all. So the more you do yourself, the more control you have.
It's true, but it's not how do you say it? It's not like we're not a band who would say like, oh, we hate major labels, or it's just, we go with the people we like, and until now that didn't happen at a major label, but if we find really cool people that we like and trust, then we could do that as well. But at this point, we're talking about
I have to flush for someone.
we're talking about major labels and the toilets being flushed straight away. That's interesting.
You speak German?
Ja, wir lernen es.
Yeah, I was pretty good at school, but I should do it more.
And you?
No.
No.
I can understand it because it sounds a little bit like Dutch, but that's it.
But you also didn't grow up in Holland, so.
You didn't? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Canada.
All right. Canada.
But I've been living in Amsterdam for the past 20 years, so I mean...
Okay. The first thing I was told when I went to Amsterdam for the first time was, like, as a German, never to behave as if Dutch was like a sort of dialect from the German. Mm-hmm. That Dutch people can get very offended by that when you treat it like that. Yeah, I heard.
No, I know people who don't like, especially Americans, or when they come from far and they come to Holland and they think, oh, you're German, right? I mean, this is, how do you say Proost? You know, in the Dutch it's Proost. So they say, oh, that's just like the German. And a lot of people don't want to be compared to the Germans, but I don't, maybe that's a generation older than us. We don't have anything like that.
Two more questions. Just who influenced you? Just tell me, who are your main musical influences, or maybe the first records that you bought that influenced you a lot, the most important records in your life? Start with you.
Well, I'm influenced from a lot of different stuff, but the first record I think I actually bought was like a 7-inch single on Nirvana. I can't remember which one it was though. Probably Teen Spirit, but influence, I listen to a lot of folk music, classic to stoner rock, anything that comes by my way. I sort of.
You?
What influenced me when I was in my teens were grunge mostly, I think. But the Melvins for me were the biggest influence when I started.
It's pretty diverse, but I think definitely the Pixies. I mean, that was already done when I started to listen to it. They were already, I wasn't there at the beginning, but I really liked them, but like also a lot of jazz and hip hop stuff, and yeah.
So, a question to me of very personal interest is, what happened to the White Pearl?
Yeah.
I read on Twitter that you had to say goodbye to your tour bus, and we saw you after Florence and the Machine. We saw you loading your tour bus, and he looked so nice. And then I read on Twitter that you had to say goodbye. What happened?
She, I like to think of the White Pearl as she. She died just like 4 kilometers away from the venue in Zurich.
Oh.
So she got put on a flatbed truck and drove all the way back to Amsterdam, and
The repair bill is too high. We can't pay the repair bill. It doesn't make sense. It's too old. It's too old, and we need to bury her. And we should have buried her last year, actually. But she served us well.
Did you get a new one already?
No, we need more. We need to still pay off our credit card debts before we can do that.
Oh yeah, maybe we can ask. You can help us with. Mercedes is German and Volkswagen. Maybe you can help us get some sponsorship. We need.
Ein Aufruf. Wir suchen einen neuen Tourbus für Voicst.
Environment-friendly tour bus wanted, please.
Wer uns da weiterhelfen kann, an die Redaktion wenden. Wir leiten das vertrauensvoll weiter.
We need a good stereo. Good stereo. We need a good stereo in the band. Yeah. And a Wii.
We.
Wii Sports.
On the bus.
first priority should be a good motor. The one that doesn't go.
How many kilometers do you think approximately you went with the White Pearl?
Fucking a lot. Like a lot, right? How many has been?
We've been all around Europe, like for the past 4 years, so that's a lot of kilometers.
We're very respectful to the White Pearl. It's been a hell of a ride with the White Pearl, and she served us like crazy. And now we're just gonna think of her and remember her as a important part in our lives. Really.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna make it now this big. And put it on our trophy.
You have to keep her somehow like a trophy from here.
That would be really cool. Well, I don't know if we can sell her for 50 euros. Maybe we can put it in the beer fund.
That would be great. Let's do this. Wow.
So guys, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
I hope you have a wonderful concert tonight with a better sound than you had last time. Und wir gucken uns jetzt auch gleich Voicst an.
Like all the way in the